Okay, so for years, right, we've all been told that when it comes to healthy eating, especially as we get a bit older, more vegetables are always the key. Always.
Yeah, it's practically gospel, isn't it? A belief that's so deeply ingrained, you just don't question it.
Exactly. But what if I told you there's, well, a surprising truth about eating healthy after 60? Something few people really acknowledge.
Oh, it's absolutely true. Our bodies change. I mean, how we digest food, how we respond to it, it really shifts quite significantly sometimes.
So something that was maybe perfectly fine before.
Might now be quietly causing some unexpected issues for your body.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we want to do in this deep dive. We want to unpack why some foods, maybe foods we trusted, might now be linked to things like, unexplained bloating or that stiffness you feel, maybe fatigue, even a foggy mind.
Hmm.
We're going to look into which common vegetables, the ones with the great reputation, might actually be subtly draining your energy.
And importantly, which other ones, if you prepare them thoughtfully, can become your quiet allies, your champions, really, helping you feel stronger, think more clearly.
Right. This isn't about like super rigid diets or rushing out for expensive supplements, is it?
Not at all. It's much more about developing a deeper awareness, listening to your body's unique signals, making informed, gentle adjustments, small shifts on your plate.
And those small shifts can make a really big difference in how you feel every single day.
A profound difference, potentially, yes.
It's fascinating, though, how deep that more is better idea runs, especially with vegetables. You think about staples like midday sabzi or a comforting aloo gobi.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Standard kitchen fare. It's just common wisdom.
So what exactly is changing in our bodies after 60 that might turn these trusted foods into, well, unexpected challenges?
That's the crucial point. While that common wisdom holds true for many, especially younger folks, for those over 60, things are different. Your digestive processes, they naturally slow down a bit. And critically, inflammation. The body's response to stress or irritation can become much more common, more persistent.
Ah,
So
right.
it means some vegetables, even though they're generally healthy, might not harmonize with an aging body the way they used to.
Okay, so that could explain some of those subtle things, the frustrating symptoms you might just shrug off as getting older.
Exactly. Things like unexplained tiredness that just hangs around.
Yeah.
Or that stiffness in your knees first thing in the morning.
Yeah, getting out of bed.
Or feeling bloated after what seems like a perfectly normal meal. Or maybe your mind just feels a bit hazy, sluggish.
And we just blame age.
We do. We often attribute these things to just, the natural progression. But the reality is the root cause might actually be right there on your plate. It's an overlooked reality in a lot of mainstream health talk. But interestingly, senior doctors, medical professionals in cities like Kolkata, Chennai, Delhi, they're starting to recognize this connection more and more.
That's really eye-opening because we've always put so much trust in these colorful, vitamin-packed vegetables, assume they were all just purely good for us.
Right.
So if we're talking about foods that might be subtly becoming a burden, where do we start looking?
A good place to start is with the nightshade vegetables.
Nightshades. Okay.
Think about how incredibly common they are. Tomatoes, brinjal, that's eggplant capsicum, which are bell peppers, and white potatoes. They're in so many meals.
Oh, absolutely. Being in farta, sabzi with tomatoes, potatoes with everything.
They're everywhere. And these all belong to the Solanaceae family, the nightshades.
And what is it about them? What makes them potentially problematic for some people, especially as we age?
Well, they contain certain natural chemicals, things like solanine found in potatoes and brinjal, and tomacine in tomatoes.
Okay.
These compounds are basically the plant's own defense system against pests. But for us humans, especially for older adults whose immune systems or digestive linings might be a bit more sensitive, solanine and similar compounds can act like a subtle, low-level irritant. It's usually not a big, immediate reaction for most people. It's more of a slow, steady, cumulative effect.
So if someone's listening and thinking, why do I wake up stiff every morning? Or my knees always ache after climbing stairs, or even my hands feel kind of puffy sometimes. You're saying it might not just be getting old.
Precisely. Now, it's not everyone who's affected, let's be clear. But for those who already have some inflammation going on, maybe arthritis, fibromyalgia, or even just a generally sensitive digestive system, nightshades can slowly, almost silently, worsen that inflammation.
Silently, meaning the effects aren't immediate.
Exactly. They tend to build up over time. gradually contributing to those chronic discomforts, the morning fatigue, the unexplained knee stiffness, maybe that persistent mental fogginess.
It sounds like your body's sending quiet signals. Okay, so if someone's curious and wants to see if this applies to them, what's a practical way to test it out?
Yeah, there's something we often suggest, a kind of gentle test. It's pretty straightforward, actually. Just consciously, carefully remove nightshade vegetables from your diet for, say, 2 to 3 weeks. See what happens.
So no tomatoes in the curry, no potatoes with dinner, no capsicum in the bhaji for just a few weeks.
Just for a few weeks. It's an experiment.
And what kind of things have people noticed when they try this? Any examples?
Oh, the feedback has been really insightful. We heard from Ramesh G. in Lucknow, for instance. He said, I honestly thought I was just getting old, but after completely cutting out potatoes for 3 weeks, the back pain I'd had for years practically vanished.
Wow. That's significant.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And Leela G. from Chennai told us something similar. I tried this just out of curiosity, really. And now, she said, I can walk to the market and back without needing that midway break,
Right.
which is impossible for me before.
Those are really powerful stories. Can you explain a bit more about what's happening underneath, like the mechanism? How do these compounds, solanine, tomatine, actually have this effect, especially in an older body?
Sure. So on a deeper level, these compounds can subtly interfere with the communication between nerves and muscles,
Yeah.
almost like static on a radio line.
Ah, okay.
And that can show up as that characteristic stiffness or achiness. They can also directly irritate the lining of the gut, which is already potentially more delicate as we age.
Right.
And this irritation can trigger the immune system, prompting an unnecessary inflammatory response, not just in the gut, but potentially throughout the body.
And for someone over 60?
Exactly. For someone over 60 whose body's natural ability to recover, to regenerate tissue is generally a bit slower, even that kind of low-grade constant inflammation can have much bigger consequences. It really adds up.
It really makes you think. Sometimes what you stop eating matters more than what you start.
That's a really key insight. It truly can.
Okay, that's fascinating. Let's switch gears slightly. Another food often hailed as a golden food, something we're always told is super healthy. Spinach, palak paneer, dal palak. It's everywhere too.
Yes, spinach absolutely has a fantastic reputation, and much of it is well-deserved. It's packed with nutrients. However, it also contains a natural compound called oxalate.
Oxalate.
Now, in small, balanced amounts, our bodies can usually handle oxalate just fine, but the issue arises when it gets concentrated.
How does that happen?
Well, think about cooking spinach down, like in those creamy curries where you use a large amount to get the volume you want, or even using canned spinach. That process significantly concentrates the oxalate levels.
And what's the problem with too much oxalate? What are the consequences?
The main issue is that oxalates can bind with minerals, particularly calcium. When they bind, they form these tiny, sharp crystals.
Sharp crystals. That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. And these crystals can accumulate, especially in the kidneys, potentially leading to kidney stones. We heard from Prakash G. in Pune, actually. He thought he was eating really healthy, light meals, but suffered from recurrent kidney stone pain. And the surprise culprit. It turned out to be the healthy green smoothie he drank every single day, packed with 2 big handfuls of raw spinach.
Wow. Raw spinach, too.
Yes. And beyond the kidneys, these crystals and the oxalates themselves can also irritate the gut lining, again, triggering that low-grade inflammatory response throughout the body.
Leading to.
Well, that systemic inflammation can divert the body's energy, it can impact how well you absorb other nutrients, and it can directly contribute to feeling heavy, mentally foggy, and just persistently low on energy.
Okay, so it's not that spinach is inherently bad. It's more about the preparation and the amount.
Precisely. It's about understanding nuance.
So what's the simple fix here? How can people still enjoy spinach?
Thankfully, the solution is wonderfully simple. Gently steaming spinach for just a few minutes. That's key.
Steaming.
Yes, steaming significantly reduces the soluble oxalate content, making it much, much easier on your system.
Okay.
And then for added benefit and taste, finish it with a little drizzle of ghee or maybe some sesame oil.
Why the oil?
Those healthy fats not only taste good, but they help your body absorb the important fat-soluble vitamins in spinach, like vitamin A, E, and K.
That makes so much sense. It's about, like you said, listening to those signals.
Exactly, moving from just eating out of habit
Yeah.
to eating with real understanding.
Okay, great. Now, let's consider a third category that often comes up in healthy eating. Raw, cruciferous vegetables.
Ah, yes, the healthy salad staples.
Right. We're often so diligent about getting raw kale, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage into our salads. We think we're doing the absolute best thing for our health.
And look, for younger people with really robust thyroid function, that might be perfectly okay. No issues.
But
But these vegetables, specifically when eaten raw, contain compounds called goitrogens.
goitrogens, okay, what do they do?
Goitrogens can, in some circumstances, interfere with the thyroid gland's ability to use iodine, which is essential for producing thyroid hormones.
And this is more of a concern after 60?
It can be, yes, especially for women over 60, and particularly if there's already an underactive thyroid, maybe a history of hypothyroidism, or even a family tendency towards conditions like Hashimoto's thyroiditis. For these individuals, eating large amounts of raw, cruciferous veggies daily could gradually wear down the thyroid's efficiency over time.
Okay, and what kind of symptoms might point towards that thyroid strain? Things people might just blame on aging.
Well, common complaints we hear are things like perpetually cold hands and feet, even in warmer weather, unexplained weight gain even when you feel like you're eating lightly, or just a general pervasive feeling of being drained, sluggish, mentally slow.
Things easily dismissed as just getting older.
Exactly. But they might actually be subtle signs that your thyroid is struggling a bit, and maybe, just maybe, that very healthy raw salad habit is contributing.
So again, it's not about eliminating these powerhouse veggies entirely. They're still good for us.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You definitely don't need to eliminate them. They offer so many benefits. The key, again, is preparation.
Cook them.
Cook them lightly. Steaming or sautéing is perfect. Cooking significantly deactivates most of those goitrogens, making the vegetables much gentler on your thyroid.
That's simple enough.
It really is. And for a little extra thyroid support, you could consider combining your cooked cruciferous veggies with ingredients rich in iodine. Even a tiny sprinkle of dried seaweed now and then can help. Or ensuring you get enough healthy fats, like sesame oil, which also support a thyroid function.
And people notice a difference.
We heard from Sunita G, who made just this shift, cooking her broccoli and kale instead of eating them raw. She reported a really noticeable improvement in her mental clarity, smoother digestion, and perhaps best of all, deeper, more restful sleep.
That's wonderful. It really drives home that point, doesn't it? Good health isn't about obsessively following some clean eating rule book.
Not at all. It's about understanding what your individual body needs right now at this stage of life.
Okay, so we've talked about some vegetables to maybe reconsider or prepare differently. Now let's shift focus. Let's talk about the quiet healers. The vegetables that can be truly nourishing and revitalizing for an aging body, especially when prepared correctly.
Yes, let's start with one that's often underestimated. Beetroot. Cucandor. Beetroot. Not exactly a superfood you see in all the ads.
No, it's quite humble, but it's incredibly valuable for your heart and brain health, particularly after 60.
Really? What's the secret? What's the quiet magic in beetroot?
It lies in a natural compound called nitrate. Not the artificial kind, the natural kind found in the vegetable.
Okay, nitrate.
Your body very efficiently converts this plant-based nitrate into something called nitric oxide.
Nitric oxide. I've heard of that. What does it do?
It's a remarkable molecule. It acts as a vasodilator, which means it helps relax and widen your blood vessels.
Like opening things up. Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of it like opening the windows in a stuffy room. It improves circulation, allows blood to flow more easily, and helps deliver oxygen more effectively throughout your entire system, including your heart and your brain.
And people feel that.
Oh, yes. We've heard from many elders, actually, particularly in places like Ahmedabad, who've consistently included beetroot in their diet. They share stories of their legs feeling less tired, experiencing better quality sleep, noticing their memory feel sharper.
Wow.
Some even find it helps stabilize their blood pressure. It really promotes that flow and clarity.
That's fantastic. Anything else beetroot does?
Yes. Compounds in beetroot also help nourish your mitochondria.
Mitochondria. Those are the energy factories in our cells.
That's right, the little powerhouses. So nourishing them can lead to feeling more flexible, less overall fatigue, and even recovering a bit quicker from physical activity.
Okay, sold. What's the best way to prepare it? Should we be looking for anything specific?
Look for fresh beetroot, ideally with rough skin and that deep reddish-purple color. That signals vitality. And preparation. Light steaming is excellent. Or you can mix grated raw beetroot with lemon juice and kala namak. A simple stir-fry with curry leaves and garlic is wonderful too.
And the greens.
Don't throw them out. Beet greens are also packed with nutrients. You can steam or sauté them just like spinach.
Great tip. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about something traditional, something maybe our grandmothers knew about, that has a really powerful modern application. naturally fermented sauerkraut.
Ah, yes. It does bring to mind that tradition of homemade achar, doesn't it? Such a contrast to many modern processed foods.
It really does. And you mentioned earlier, many older adults experience things like sluggishness, irregular digestion, that heavy feeling.
Right. Heavy stomach, general fatigue, maybe even that mental fogginess we talked about. These symptoms are very often linked to what's happening in the gut, specifically a weakening or imbalanced gut microbiome.
The gut bacteria.
Exactly. That whole ecosystem of beneficial bacteria living in our intestines, it tends to become less diverse and robust as we age, unfortunately.
So, if our gut garden needs some help, some rejuvenation, and it's not necessarily a pill, what's the simple, potent solution?
Well, that's where something ancient, something alive comes in. Naturally fermented sauerkraut.
Naturally fermented. That's important.
Crucial. It must be raw, unpasteurized sauerkraut, the kind you find in the refrigerated section usually. It needs to be teeming with live probiotics, those beneficial bacteria.
So, not the shelf-stable stuff in vinegar.
Exactly. Those vinegar-soaked pickles generally lack these vital living cultures. You need the live ones.
And how much do you need?
It's surprisingly potent. Just 1 or 2 spoonfuls a day, eaten consistently, can start to bring about really significant, noticeable changes for many people.
What kind of changes? What benefits can someone realistically expect?
We're talking about feeling a significantly lighter stomach after meals, much more regular, comfortable digestion, often sharper mental clarity, that brain fog lifting, and even, for some, a noticeable uplift in overall mood.
That's amazing from just a spoonful or two.
It really is. Think of your gut as that garden we mentioned. It needs good quality, natural fertilizer to truly bloom and thrive. Naturally fermented sauerkraut is a simple, incredibly effective way to provide that.
I love that analogy. Okay, one more quiet healer. A very humble hero, often overlooked in all the flashy health trends, cooked carrots. The jar.
Ah, carrots. Yes, such a humble player, but so powerful. Connects back to that traditional wisdom, doesn't it?
It does what our elders, maybe in the villages, have known for generations.
Exactly. They knew that regularly eating cooked carrots helps keep your eyes bright, your skin healthy, and your digestion feeling light and easy.
And it's specifically cooked carrots.
Yes, gently cooked is key here. When carrots are steamed, or maybe lightly sautéed with a little bit of ghee, their cell walls soften. This releases the beta-carotene much more effectively.
Beta-carotene.
Yeah.
The body converts that to vitamin A, right?
Precisely. Your body converts that beta-carotene into powerful vitamin A. And vitamin A does so much more than just support eye health, although that's crucial.
What else does it do, especially for us as we age?
Well, vitamin A is a real workhorse for maintaining vitality. It's critical for protecting the integrity of your skin. It helps heal the delicate lining of your gut, really important. It supports your liver's natural detoxification processes. And it significantly boosts your immune system function.
Wow, that's a lot from a humble carrot.
Isn't it? And there's more. The soluble fiber in cooked carrots becomes wonderfully soothing for the digestive tract. It's remarkably active at reducing bloating and just helping everything move along comfortably, leaving you feeling much lighter.
That digestive comfort is huge. Any special tips for preparing them?
Absolutely. Cooking them with just a pinch of holly turmeric and a touch of ghee is wonderful. It enhances the flavor, plus the ghee boosts the absorption of that fat-soluble vitamin A.
Ghee and turmeric, classic combination.
Classic and effective. We even heard from one lady in our community who shared that ever since she started eating cooked carrots regularly, her lifelong cravings for sweet things have significantly diminished.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so think simple preparations, a lovely carrot soup, perhaps with some ginger and garlic, maybe even bone broth, or just gently steamed carrots, finished with a dash of mustard oil and some kala namak. Simple, nourishing.
Cooked carrots, they're not flashy. You won't see them in big ads.
No, but they're quietly protecting your eyes, soothing your belly, and helping preserve your vitality. Really quite remarkable.
So wrapping this all up, what does this mean for you listening right now? It sounds like true health, especially after 60, isn't really about just eating more of everything or frantically chasing every new health trend that comes along.
Not at all. It's fundamentally about understanding, about listening, really listening to your own body. It's almost like listening to the morning chants in a temple. Slow, calm, but deeply meaningful and profoundly resonant.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Longevity, living well as we age, it isn't just about adding years, is it? It's about living those years with clarity, with mobility, with a sense of peace.
Exactly. And for so many people, that profound shift towards feeling better, often begins with these small, informed adjustments right there on their plate,
Thoughtfully removing some foods that might be triggering that quiet inflammation.
and consciously adding in those others that quietly, consistently heal and nourish from within.
So here's a final thought for you to mull over. If today, right now, something inside you doesn't quite feel right, maybe it's energy, maybe it's stiffness, maybe it's just a feeling, don't immediately rush to blame it only on age.
It might simply be a gentle message from within. Your body subtly telling you it's time to make a small shift, perhaps.
And who knows? In just a few weeks of listening and adjusting, life may truly begin to feel lighter again. From the ease in your knees to the clarity in your morning thoughts, one mindful meal at a time.